Hello, I'm Drew, I'm that frog guy. Today we're doing a reptile room video for February. This is Dexter, so let's get into it. Start at this tank today, guys, and we're going to show off some fire belly toads. So you guys can see how much they've grown since I originally got them as tads. They are in a 55-gallon hex front tank, and as you can see, it's well grown in at this point. It's been probably set up for since spring, probably a good 6 months or so, this tank, I believe. Maybe it was closer to the fall, maybe only 4 or 5 months, but yeah, it's full of fire belly toads. We got a water portion, it's a polydarium. There's another one kind of chilling there. You can see its face. It's filled with African frogbit and then a bunch of other kind of plants. I can never seem to keep this glass clear to film, so bear with me. But we also got a big water portion here. If it'll focus, no fish besides a couple of shrimp that kind of hang out in the water and some snails. But we'll jump from the fire belly toads over to this rack where we have Bee. Bee is a turtle. She is a painted turtle. She was hatched out of an egg that I had found in a disturbed nest, and she's a little shy. Come on. She's also very food driven. She's probably about the size of a quarter if she would come out. Or like a silver dollar, I mean. But yeah, she's in a, what, 30-gallon, 20-gallon tub here. A little giant tub, just like Tortellini's bigger giant tub over there. But we'll jump down. Here we have the spring peepers tank. As you guys can see how much is grown in. It is crazy full of stuff. We'll see if we can actually see any of the peepers. There's one there. My glass is a little dirty in this tank. I haven't had time to clean this one before the video. They tend to climb all over the glass and poop everywhere. That's why it's all kind of messed up. But those are spring peepers. They're in a 10-gallon tank. And then at the top of the rack is the one for the next set of dart frogs, the Santa Isabellas, once they become frogs. Nothing special about this tank except it's a 20-gallon. Plenty of room for a big colony of those tanks. But we'll jump over to this next rack. Here we have the salamander tank, and as you guys can see, one of the little guys is out right now. Hardly ever see them. Hunting down fruit flies and whatever else they can find for food in here, springtails. But I hardly ever see them, so that's kind of fun to see them out. There's 2 of them in here. They are blue spotted salamanders, hatched out of eggs as well, from a locally caught area. I just wasn't sure what species they would be. I was hoping for mud puppies, but they're pretty darn cute as little blue spotted salamanders. We'll jump down from this 20-gallon tank down to this 10-gallon tank where we have my little pixie frog here. He's getting pretty big. He or she, this is Gitrog, one of the first creatures on this tour so far that has a name. Big old frog. If you guys ever had one, they are fierce eaters when you get a chance, and I can never seem to keep these glass clean on this tank. It's not even on the glass, and I scrub it all the time. But it seems like we got some springtails that have crawled around and made these lines. But we'll jump up away from Gitro. Coming to say hello. I fed it this morning. I'm not sure if she's still hungry or he is still hungry, but definitely a fierce, hungering creature. We'll move over to the next tank, which actually doesn't have much in it. It's just a little 10-gallon or 1-gallon tank here that I set up with just some leftover plants and some leftover material. It looks pretty nice. A little vivarium. Next here we have the toad tank. These are, I believe, Great Plains toads or Canadian toads. I'm so bad at toads because they look, I think they're the same species, but they're definitely different colors. If it'll focus. Never focuses. Come on. The one is called Littlefoot right there, which is definitely outgrown the other one over there. Littlefoot is called Littlefoot because half of Littlefoot's foot was missing when we found it, so I took it in. We nursed it back to help with some neosporin and some stuff. We ended up picking up a buddy that was gonna get eaten by a turtle as well. We're thinking that's what happened to the paw on that one. We'll jump over to this tank. I just saw one. In here we have Rantiomea Intimidator Intermediates. I don't know how I zoomed up so far. Well, let's see if we can see one for you guys. Sometimes they're visible, sometimes they really like to hide. And it's never really sure where they're hiding. Oh, there's one. They're kind of tiny little dart frogs. They're some of my favorite little guys. The one's my molder is definitely more less skittish than the other one, and the female named Scully is definitely always hiding. At least I think it's a female. Still no luck with breeding them. We'll jump over to the next tank. This is a 10-gallon tank. Planted vivarium. Here we have an Azurius. You can see the bright blue coloration. Let's see if I can. It's just slightly hiding. This one is named Babe, after Babe the Blue Ox. I am a Minnesotan, so you know you gotta name your blue animals after Babe, you know. But Babe's doing pretty good. It's a Tinctoris Azurius. Not to be confused with the Erratus that are over there, but we'll get to them next. Or not next, but we'll get to them soon. Up here we have some gray tree frogs. There's one sitting there. And its sibling is somewhere else in here. It's hard to say, but this is a 10-gallon, essentially Exoterra 12 by 12 by 18 tank. As you can see, we got some new growth on the bromeliad there. Normally one's hiding up way high, but I don't see either. Well, besides the little guy that just hopped back there. There's another one in here, I swear. But they're obviously very camouflaged and like to come on at night, so we'll just leave them two alone. I don't like the lock on this one. The lock on this tank's way better, but if you ever had the experience, this one's not so good. And here we have Casey. He is a if I can stand out of the shot. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I think it's a Cordillus tropitosternum. It's an East African spiny-tailed lizard, and he or she hides in that tunnel all day long until I'm not down here, and then comes out and roams around. But when I'm here, you're not going to see it. So we'll move on from Casey's 10-gallon over to our two lovebirds here, Tatalina and Tadius back there. They are Dendrobates tinctoris powdered blues, or powdered grays, depending on your knowledge of these guys. I think she's getting kind of preggers, and I think that's a she, but I could be wrong because those front toes are really wide, and the other ones, they got different body structures. I'm thinking they're different sex, but I could be wrong. This is a 20-gallon hex tank, converted into a vivarium with a custom-built background. Check out one of my other videos to see how we did that. We'll jump up to some more exciting news here. I have moved all those. Oh, we got a weird flatworm on the front of the glass there. Yeah, flatworm. I've finally had one of these tadpoles morph out. So we ended up losing 2 of the 6, and now the 3 remainder in here all have legs, so they should be frogs within the week. And then in here, we'll see if we can see him when I spin this. In here we have a little froglet. Hopefully you guys see him. I'm looking through the camera. Springtails. Lots of food in here, so it's not gonna go hungry. I'm hoping it's 2 siblings. Definitely. Let's get some more light in here. There's one in here, I swear. It was here this morning. I don't want to disturb it too much. It's still pretty young. Maybe if we can see it through the top. They're still pretty young, so I don't want to disturb them too much. Especially since it's final. Oh, there he is. Oop, and it's gone. There it is. Hasn't developed its color yet, but it is growing, which is good. We'll leave that little guy alone. We'll jump over to the snakes and tortellini and this area. So we'll jump down first. And of course she's not out when I want to film. We'll just tap the glass, see if she comes out in a little bit. But in here we have a hognose snake. I think it's a western hognose snake. Somewhere in there. Her name is Medusa. She is probably about 6 inches long, I'd say. But we'll run away from that tank and head over to Circe's tank, wherever she's hiding. She's hiding back there. You guys can see her. She's chilling out in her fake plants and in her water dish. Probably should move that stick so you can submerge yourself. But Circe is a pinstripe ball python, and she's going on what, 2 years now? She's gonna be able to breed pretty soon. She's about 5-6 feet long. Maybe not that long, probably like 4 or 5. Down here we have Khaleesi, our mother of dragons. She is a bearded dragon, and she's just kind of chill. Just kind of chill. Did you eat all your super worms? I bet you did. Bet you did. I noticed my fog machine's going on down there, but not up here. I'll just try to drain this quick. Come on. Come on, fog. I'll let it try to drain out. I've had mixed results with this fogging system here. Turn the autofocus back on. I really like it. The idea of it works well in practice, or in the idea works well, but in practice I've had bad luck with it because it does not keep her tank moist enough, not nearly moist enough. But we'll hop our way around. Oh, I forgot. We're talking about the snake down here. Down here we have our what do they call it? Albino ball python named Alfredo. He's doing pretty good. His tank is obviously getting filled with fog, which is great. Keeps him at the right humidity levels where we want to keep him. Right around 70%. Probably a little lower than it should be. But he's doing way better now that we got the fog system. I really wish the upper tank worked better, and I'm seeing why right now. I'm having some issues. So hold this thought. Okay, crisis averted. We got it fixed. It was plugged in on the wrong nozzle, so it wasn't even doing anything. Now we're getting a fog. We'll head over here to Freddy. Freddy is a African clawed frog. He is getting pretty old at this point. I think the last video he was... Focus. He was getting up to, I think she said 15 years. He's getting old. He's an old little guy. Maybe 12 years. Not quite sure, but he's in a little 10-gallon tank. We got a little hang-on back filter. He's doing pretty good. Or not hang-on back filter, but a little interior filter, which has popped off the glass, surprisingly. Down here we have just an empty tank. Nothing in here yet besides some plants and some wood. It might be something I'll put creatures in eventually, but right now, just kind of a little grow-out tank for those plants. We'll rotate around to Tortellini, which is asleep, because I'm filming this kind of late. He is a African spur-thighed tortoise, and likes to sleep. Right, Tortellini? But I'll get him out for this video. Come here, don't bite, don't bite, don't bite, don't bite. Where's your head? Where's your head? Where's your head? Where's your head? This is our Slicata tortoise. Tortellini. He's not happy with me. I just dug him out of his house. But, yeah, say hello to the camera. Yeah, he's not having any of this. He was in a nap. You can get back in your hole. You can go. It's fine. See you later. See you later, Tortellini. And here we have 3 aratises. If I can get it to focus, there's one, there's the second one, and I did see the third one was chilling out earlier. There's 3 of them in here. None of them have names yet. Maybe Huey, Dewey, and Louie would be good ones. Or the Three Stooges names. I don't remember those actually off the top of my head. But this is a 30-gallon long tank, planted vivarium. Oh, there's one. Coming over to say hello. Nothing too special. This tank's been running since, I believe, September, and the amount of growth it's gotten since then is amazing. This night crew light, I give it props. I'm definitely going to use these kind of lights on vivariums in the future. I just like also that it's all these plants in this tank are really low growing, so it definitely like fills in a lot better. In case you guys cared, but we'll jump over to some of the fish now. Now we're done with the reptiles and amphibians. And here we have a 20-gallon drilled tank with a frogfish named Pennywise. Hey Pennywise, how you doing today? I got some great video of Pennywise. I'm thinking of doing a frogfish care video soon. As you guys can see though, he's doing great. I think he's about... I forget... How old is he? I think he's getting close to 6 months old, so he's definitely outlived the other one. I like a lot of these corals. We got some pulsing xenia here, and then we got lots and lots of zoanthids, which I really like because they got a lot of different color varieties. We got this strange snake polyp as well. We got some of these guys, which look really amazing. I'm surprised how well my camera's picking these up right now. Pretty true to color. But we'll move around. Nothing else in there. The sumps down below. And here we have the 30-gallon, if I can get in the way of all the bright lights, 30-gallon planted tank. It's not really growing in is what I hoped. I don't really have a good light on here, so that's another upgrade. But we have neon tetras. We have, what do they call them? Black mollies. We have a split or lighter tail molly there, golden one. We have a really fat danio there, zebra danio. We have a bunch of zebra danios in here, and that's pretty much it. A bunch of shrimp as well. Into this tank here, everyone's hiding because they do not like me filming. But we'll try to get some of these guys. We got our newest addition up there. He is a cleaner shrimp. Definitely very fun to watch. Then we got some anemones. We got a, right there we got a blenny. Back there we have a black comb-tooth blenny. And then we have a Banggai cardinal there. And there was another Banggai cardinal in here somewhere. And then, oh, you can see them through the rock there. They do not like me close to this tank. They hate me doing this. We also have a new coral here. I don't know what's going on with that polyp. And there's something hit it. I might have to add some carbon in here. And then we got a sea urchin there doing sea urchin thingies. And then we have a wrasse in here as well. A pygmy wrasse, but I have not. And two chromuses in here as well, but they are hiding from me right now, so I'm going to step away from this tank. Down below is a cycling 20-gallon tank, nothing in there yet. We brought some plants around. And now on to the second to last rack. Here we have E.T. He is a mud minnow. He's very fat and kind of acts like a betta. There we go. He was attacked by a crawdad that we had in there, so his tail's a little messed up. And it looks like he might have worms again. Luckily I don't contaminate this tank with anything, but I've had bad luck with, well, then again he's a minnow, so minnows from a minnow bucket are gonna be filled with parasites, so please don't mix your water. I would never use his water or any items from his tank in another tank just because I know there's worms and stuff, so we'll have to give him a little bath eventually. But we'll jump down to here, which is more our Chromium's tank. Chromium is a plakat beta, and he's definitely showing off for the camera. or beta, as the people would like to correct me. I still think beta sounds better, just so you guys know. But yeah, he is very chrome-like. That's why I've named him Chromium. He's also an angry little dude. Come on, show me your gills. He's a little angry little dude, and then his roommate is my original beta, Floki, who is now hiding in here somewhere. He's just out. Come on. And then we also have 2 auto-synkless cats in here as well. Well, apparently he doesn't want to say hello to you guys today. So we'll jump down to the next couple tanks here. Right now it's only a couple shrimp in here, nothing really special, just kind of been repopulating somehow in here. And then we have a bunch of cherries in here. I dropped some food in earlier and they're all kind of piled up. Not as many cherries in here as I like. Then again, I can't really tell. There's a lot of movement always, but nothing major. But we'll leave those guys alone since I'm thinking of getting rid of my cherries. I don't really find them interesting anymore. Down here we have the little 1-gallon reef tank that I've set up. We have like a nice big old LED light there over this tiny little tank. There is a tiny little crab in here that I have no idea where it came from. And this is where I put all my other pests. So it's full of bristle worms and other strange worms or things you find down kind of in the depths. But we'll move over to the next tank. And here we have Noodle. This was Bandit's old tank, and we've kind of did some swapping again because Bandit likes to eat algae, so I wanted to try to keep the algae, but we're already starting to get another algae blast in here since a lot of this rock is new. That'll all go away eventually, just the way his tank cycles. I've added some new cleanup crew to help with this whole situation in this tank. But Noodle is a pseudochromis, or a dottyback as you'd call him. A neon dottyback. He is angry and mean and doesn't like anybody, but he's definitely friendly to people. Same thing with our little guy over there. One of my favorites, but also one that I am so sad that I have because I can't put anything with him. But he's always such a little boss. His little boss named Bandit. He's in my quarantine system because I don't really have another system, and I noticed my filter's all crooked. Why is that? There we go. I don't really have an extra system, so he's just chilling in here. That's why it's dirty, and I haven't decided I wanted to clean it because he's gonna have to go to a new home, or Noodle's gonna have to go to a new home, just because I can't have this many saltwater tanks. It's a lot of work. But we'll jump up to the last tank. It's not really anything special. This was my freshwater quarantine system for a while, but now it's just full of snails and shrimp, and then baby ghost shrimp, if I can get one to focus in frame. Where are ya? You can see it moving. Focus. Focus. Oh well. There's a bunch of new babies in there, so they are reproducing, which is great. I've had bad luck reproducing ghost shrimp, especially since the Pennywise the frogfish definitely eats quite a few of them. But this is the reptile room, guys. I am sitting on the floor right now, hoping those fish over there would come out for you guys to see, since there's some really cool ones. But you guys hopefully have seen my other videos where I had the 15 minutes of the reef or whatever. No fish have really changed in there since then. Just the addition of the shrimp. And then all the other tanks are doing pretty good. So this is going to be the reptile room video for this month of February. I didn't want to do anything too special this time around. My computer editing software, or my computer in general, is not working as well as I'd hope it would. And I've had lots and lots of trouble lately. So, like, subscribe, and hopefully I can get a new computer to start editing. And oh, look who's out. I knew you'd come out eventually. And we'll end on you. Come here. Come here. Say hello to everybody. Say hello to everybody. Like I said, like, subscribe, thumbs up, and we'll see you guys next time.